like the video, or I will eat your potato. Hey, what is up everybody? This is SS Sinister Kato and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss to what if Deku ate the Gura Gura no Mi, or also known as the Trema fruit, which is Whitebeard's devil fruit power. So let's get right into the video. Where we left off was when All Might recruiting Deku as his student and the inheritor for One for All. All Might told Deku to go to the beach to prepare his body. So when the day came, All Might arrived at the beach an hour early. To his surprise, Deku actually finished half of the trash already. All Might jumped next to Deku and asked how he cleared half of the beach already. Deku replied by saying that he was already cleaning the place for a few months. All Might was shocked. Deku was already perfect and very passionate about being a hero. All Might smiled and told Deku that he'll give him a proper training. They would battle each other and go one-on-one. Deku smiled and nodded. The symbol of peace versus a random teenager. Deku and All Might arrived at a special place where they both can show off their power. No, it wasn't the USJ arena. It was a battleground that was specially built for All Might when both of them arrived. Deku started removing some weights he had on him. All Might looked in shock that the kid was using weights and was casually moving with it like it was nothing. He asked, "Hey, young Midoriya, mind telling me how much those weights weigh?" "Oh, they don't weigh that much, it's only 20 kilograms per hands and legs. It's to make me more faster." Deku smiled. What the hell is this kid? All Might thought to himself. Is he a monster? A few minutes later, both opponents were ready to fight. As the timer set off, both fighters clashed. Fist to fist. Deku pulled the air and made the place shake. All Might jumped to the air and did a Missouri smash on Deku's back, throwing him to the other side of the arena. Deku smiled and ran towards All Might despite being hurt. He disappeared all in a sudden and reappeared in front of All Might, punching him on the guts, cracking the air around him and causing All Might to shake violently. All Might, California smashed himself to stop the vibrations. Deku jumped into the air and landed to vibrate the ground, causing the ground to crumble and put All Might off balance. After that, Deku decided to go for a kick in the face with a vibrating sphere. He kicked All Might, causing him to be pushed back right outside the arena. All Might was nearly going all out on Deku. Minutes has passed and both people were tired. "I'm sorry, young Midoriya, I'll go serious now," chuckled All Might. "Are you kidding me? I gave it all my best. I think I'm about to die," laughed Deku. One last time, both of their fists clashed with a strong Detroit smash and Deku's move named Silent Rage. The arena blew apart, the whole city crumbled. Unfortunately, All Might stood victorious with his hand in the air. He was injured and in his normal form. Deku was knocked out unconscious, smiling. He tried his best. All Might knows that this kid is bright and deserving. The next few days, when Deku healed up, All Might visited and offered him with an internship to have a small hero debut in England. Deku later worked as an underground hero, saving people at night. He made a name for himself. Due to his powers of vibrations and making earthquakes, he was given the nickname Magnitude. Even though his hero name was not decided, people already looked up to Deku and called him a hero. All Might can see a promising future ahead of this kid. He was proud of him in every single way. Both teacher and student moved country to country, saving cities to cities from villains. Now, the only reason All Might was doing this was to teach Deku for the real world and to train him for One for All. And also to get treated by Earth's best doctors. 5 months later, All Might's injury was reduced by 30%. His powers grew dramatically. Deku also grew bigger and stronger. He learned new moves and techniques. It was time for him to get One for All. All Might warned Deku about everything he needed to know about One for All and its past. Another 5 months passed. Deku and All Might arrived back in Japan, where Deku is going to take the entrance exam. Deku can use more than 35% of One for All. Deku learned new techniques where he can use his powers long-ranged and defensive. He can shoot tiny spheres from his fingertips like a gun and verbots the object it hits. He can also use it like it's Rasengan. So let's continue with the story. When they arrived, Deku made fans that supported him. Deku was now known as Magnitude, the earthquake hero. When it was the day for the entrance test, Deku wore a disguise. Bakugo knew that it was him. They started talking and caught up with things. Just because you became a small celebrity doesn't mean I cannot rival you, Deku. I also trained, laughed Bakugo. Deku replied with, I don't know, Kachan. I've grown stronger and better in the past 10 months. They both entered the building. Deku never tripped on a rock and met Eureka. The usual thing happened during the introduction. When it was time for the actual test, everyone looked at Deku and were worried about him. They murmured about him being as strong as All Might, him being able to destroy a city, him already with a future, a certified hero joining them. Ida quickly told Deku that he shouldn't show off and distract everyone. Deku agreed, and with a cheeky grin, the timer started. He jumped to the air, activating full cowling, and dashed through everyone. Everyone looked at Deku as he punched a 3-pointer robot and destroyed it. Everyone felt pressured, a guy that can be a pro hero vs them. As minutes passed, Deku was getting serious. He showed off his new moves. He pointed at a robot and shouted, vibrating bullets. Tiny spheres started coming out of Deku's fingers and going towards the robot at an alarming rate. When it hit it, it shook violently and blew up. Deku also discovered shoot style earlier in this story. He uses his powers on his legs to repel himself from his target and destroy them. He also relies on One for All to move around faster. Deku smiled as the test gets easier for him until he was surrounded by a bunch robots and some people who wants to sabotage him. Deku put his hands on the ground and started to shake it. It shook and a small pit opened. The bots fell and broke, and the people were knocked out. Later, as the timer was about to run out, a 0-pointer appeared out of nowhere and started to wreak havoc. People were running away from it, knowing it will be hopeless to fight it. Deku helped, assisting them to go to safety. Unfortunately, when it was his turn to flee, he heard people screaming. It was both Mana and Eureka. They both were trapped under a wall. Deku knows that this is his time to save someone. He jumped to save the girls first and get them to safety, then later processed to go and fight the robot. Deku jumped and smiling, he activated One for All and the Tremor Fruit powers. He combined both attack and called it Earth's Rampage. He smacked the head off the robot and completely obliterated it as it crumbled down to the ground. Deku landed and held up his arm to show he's victorious. A bunch of people watched Deku and started cheering for him, clapping as he walks towards them. All Might was smiling as he watched with the other teachers. Deku's achievement about risking his life to save people was yet again completed. Deku walked towards the two girls, asked if they were okay. Everyone gathered to him and praised him as a hero. Even Ida was crying from being inspired. Days passed, Deku got a letter from UA congratulating him about passing with the highest score, 83 Valence points from destroying the bots, 120 hero points for assisting people to safety and saving two girls from death. Deku also passed his written exam as one of the highest. He smiled and nodded. He knew that All Might was proud of him. And that's where we end this part of the story. And this is when the third part of the start begins. Deku arriving at UA and doing his quirk assessment and battle trial. Tune in for the next part of What If Deku Had Whitebeard's Devil Fruit's powers. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. Share the video to your friends to support this channel. As always, keep calm and love yourself.